Your soul already knows the way. The question is, are you tuned to its frequency? Imagine dawn, a quiet lake, breath slowing, mind softening, noise fades. Inside, a steady signal begins to hum. You don't force it, you notice it. Subtle, close, familiar. With each breath, the static loosens, clarity widens. What feels gently right rises to the surface. Not a shout, a whisper that expands the chest. Follow that softness. Let it lead one small step. This is the path. Listen, trust, and move with care. If you're ready, come closer. We'll tune in together. Your soul already knows the way. The question is, are you tuned to its frequency? Picture a calm lake at dawn, just before the world fully wakes. The air is cool, carries a hint of damp earth and pine. The water is a sheet of dark glass, perfectly still, reflecting the soft, gray light of the emerging day. A thin, ethereal mist lifts from the surface, swirling slowly as if in a gentle dance. The only sounds are the distant, melodic calls of early birds and the whisper of a breeze through the reeds along the shore. Everything is quiet, everything is at peace. The world itself seems to be taking a long, slow, deep breath. Now, picture a person standing at the edge of that lake. They are not rushing. They are not checking a phone. They are simply present, looking out over the water. In that profound stillness, they feel a small, gentle pull from somewhere deep inside. It is not a loud voice demanding attention or a booming command that dictates a direction. It's a vivid inner pulse. Feel it, then follow. This is the soul's frequency, a quiet, persistent hum beneath the noise of everyday life. Most of us, however, do not live our lives at the edge of a calm lake at dawn. We live surrounded by a cacophony of noise, a relentless rush of demands and distractions. There is the constant pressure of work, the endless to-do lists, the barrage of emails and notifications that ping and buzz for our attention. We are bombarded by the expectations of others, the carefully curated images on social media, and the pervasive cultural narratives about what a successful or meaningful life should look like. All of this external static creates a powerful interference, making it incredibly difficult and sometimes seemingly impossible to hear that quiet, essential signal from within. The tragedy is not that the signal is weak. It is that our listening has been compromised. We have been trained over years to tune into external frequencies. The frequency of productivity, the frequency of social approval, the frequency of consumerism. We have forgotten how to dial back, to find the quiet channel where our own truth resides. The soul's signal is always broadcasting, a steady and unwavering beacon. The work is not to make it louder, but to create the internal quiet necessary to perceive it. It is about learning to turn down the volume of the world so we can finally hear the music of our own being. The feeling of being lost is a deeply human experience, but it seems to be an epidemic in our modern world. So many of us feel adrift, disconnected, or as if we are living someone else's life. We follow the prescribed path, get the education, land the job, build the family, accumulate the things, and yet we arrive at a destination that feels hollow. We stand in the middle of a life that looks successful from the outside, but on the inside, there is a persistent feeling of dissonance, a sense that something is fundamentally off-key. This is the spiritual exhaustion that comes from living a life that is out of tune with our soul. Why does this happen so frequently? Why do so many capable, intelligent, and good-hearted people feel so fundamentally lost? One of the primary reasons is that we spend the vast majority of our time and energy focused outside of ourselves. From a very young age, we are taught to seek external validation. We learn to measure our worth by our grades, our job titles, our income, and the approval of our peers. We listen intently to what our parents, our teachers, our bosses, and our culture tell us we should want. So, what exactly is this soul signal we are trying to hear? Let's demystify it. This is not some esoteric mystical concept reserved for monks on a mountaintop. It is a practical, tangible part of your everyday human experience. The soul signal is, quite simply, a feeling of rightness. It is that deep, internal sense of alignment, your actions, your thoughts, your environment, in harmony with your core self. It is the quiet yes that resonates in your chest when you consider a path that is true for you. It is a feeling of expansion, not contraction. This signal can manifest in many different ways, and it is unique to each individual. For some, it is a feeling of calm, expansive joy that arises when they are engaged in a particular activity, painting, gardening, organizing a spreadsheet. For others, it is a soft but persistent tug in the heart, a pull toward a certain place, person, type of work. It can also be a profound sense of peace that settles over you when you make a decision that, while difficult, feels deeply authentic. When you are tuned to this frequency, life does not become free of challenges. The first and most foundational step to tuning into your frequency is deceptively simple: stop and notice. In a world that rewards constant motion, the act of intentional stillness is a radical rebellion. It is the essential prerequisite for hearing anything that is quiet. You cannot hear a whisper in a rock concert. You cannot hear your soul's signal amidst the deafening noise of a non-stop life. Therefore, the practice begins with creating small, deliberate pockets of silence and stillness in your day. This is not about adding another complicated task to your to-do list. It is about subtraction. All you need is 5 minutes. Find a time and a place where you can be undisturbed, perhaps in the morning before anyone else is awake, during your lunch break in your car, or at the end of the day after the world has quieted down. Sit in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and just be. The goal is not to empty your mind, which is an impossible task. The goal is simply to become a gentle, non-judgmental observer of your own inner world. Notice the flow of your breath as it enters and leaves your body. Let your shoulders drop. Release the tension in your jaw, and feel the weight of your body in the chair. As you sit in this quiet space, you will begin to notice things. You will notice the physical sensations in your body, the tightness in your neck, the flutter in your stomach, the warmth in your hands. You will notice the thoughts that drift through your mind like clouds in the sky. Some will be about your to-do list. Some will be worries. Some will be random memories. The key is to not grab onto them, analyze them, or judge them. Just let them come and go. Imagine you are sitting on a riverbank, watching the leaves float by. Your thoughts are the leaves. You just watch. This simple, repeated practice of stopping and noticing is like tuning a radio. At first, all you get is static. But as you slowly and patiently turn the dial, you start to hear snippets of a melody. Over time, that melody becomes clearer and more consistent. This daily habit of stillness trains your inner ear. It creates a familiarity with your own internal landscape, so that when the quiet voice of your soul does speak, you are able to recognize it. It is the foundational practice upon which all other steps are built. Once you have cultivated a small habit of stillness, the next step is to begin a gentle and curious dialogue with your inner self. This involves asking simple, clear questions and then learning to listen for the answers, not just with your mind, but with your whole body. When you feel stuck, confused, or pulled in multiple directions, pause, take a slow, deep breath, and ask yourself one powerful question. What feels most right to me right now? Ask it slowly. Ask it with genuine curiosity, as if you are asking a dear friend. Then wait. The key is to pay attention to the very first response that arises. Often, the soul's answer is the first, quiet thought or feeling that emerges before your analytical mind kicks in with all its doubts, fears, and shoulds. Listening is essential, but the journey of tuning in is not a passive one. The third step is to translate that inner listening into small, brave acts. This is where the rubber meets the road. Take one small, manageable step toward your inner wisdom, not a giant, terrifying leap that overwhelms you. An experiment, a tiny action that's a little scary and a little exciting. If your soul whispers yes to writing, don't quit your job and write a novel. Write one paragraph. Just one. If you feel pulled to help others, don't start a global nonprofit. Offer a helping hand to a neighbor. Volunteer 1 hour this week. Want to learn a new skill? Don't enroll in a 4-year program. Watch one instructional video. Or sign up for a single introductory workshop. Each small act serves a purpose. First, it moves you from passive wishing to active engagement. It breaks the inertia of overthinking and analysis paralysis. Second, it provides invaluable feedback. Taking action shows you how it actually feels. Does that paragraph bring quiet satisfaction? Does an hour of volunteering make you feel alive? This experiential data beats abstract speculation. You learn by doing. These acts build a feedback loop of trust with your inner self. Act on a quiet nudge. You send the message, I hear you and I trust you. The soul's signal becomes clearer and more confident. Each small step proves you can navigate by your internal compass. Over time, tiny steps accumulate into momentum, building a bridge from your life to the life waiting for you. Think of Maria. For years, she worked in a fast-paced corporate office. She was good at her job, but she felt a constant low-grade exhaustion. She had a nagging sense of being misplaced. Her life felt gray. In her free time, however, she loved to cook. The kitchen was her sanctuary. Following a quiet inner nudge, Maria started a small, brave act. She began cooking a special meal for a few friends once a week, planning menus, combining flavors. She felt that sense of expansion in her chest. She felt joy. Her friends loved her food and started telling others. Soon, people were asking if she could cater small dinner parties. Each yes she gave felt right. She started a small catering side project. With each event, she found more energy, not less. Eventually, the momentum grew and she made the decision to leave her office job. She now runs a thriving small food business. Her days are filled with the color and life she had been missing. Now think of Jamal. The expectation was law, but his heart wasn't in it. His small act, weekend repairs. Stillness in meticulous craft. The feeling of rightness was undeniable. He saved, opened a tiny repair shop, and now teaches repair skills, empowering others to be less wasteful. As you begin this journey of tuning in, acknowledge it won't always be smooth. The path toward your true frequency is often filled with static. Internal forces, external forces. Two big sources of static are fear and decision fatigue. Acknowledge them, name them, learn to work with them. You cannot navigate a storm by pretending it doesn't exist. Fear is natural in change and growth. Step outside your comfort zone. Even in small ways, your brain will sound the alarm. Fear signals you're approaching an edge, often where growth happens. Use fear as a compass, not a stop sign. Don't immediately retreat. Pause. Breathe. Get curious. What are you afraid of? Failure? Judgment? The unknown? Tools exist to engage fear. First, name it to tame it. Say out loud, I am feeling afraid to apply for this new role. It brings fear into the light. An emotion, not a fact. Second, make a small, concrete plan. What's one tiny, safe step? Break a scary goal into manageable pieces. Finally, share your fear and plan with a trusted friend. Connection and vulnerability help. Decision fatigue is real. Questioning your path brings endless choices. Simplify wherever you can. Reduce small, unimportant choices each day. Create routines. Breakfast routine. Create routines. Outfit laid out. This saves mental energy for bigger questions. Second, put time limits on decisions. Set a time. Gather info. Choose. Adjust later if needed. This prevents paralysis from overthinking. Words and ideas can only take us so far. The real work of tuning in happens in the quiet moments of direct experience. So, let's take a brief moment to practice together, right here, right now. This is not about achieving a perfect state of Zen. It is simply about creating a small space to connect with yourself. It is an invitation to move from thinking about your frequency to actually feeling for it. Wherever you are, find a comfortable way to sit. You can be in an office chair, on a sofa, or on the floor. Just allow your body to be supported. Gently close your eyes, or lower your gaze and let it soften. Begin by taking 3 slow, deliberate breaths. Let's do it together. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for just 1 count, and then breathe out slowly through your mouth for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that again. Inhale deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, and exhale completely. 1, 2, 3, 4. One last time, the deepest breath you've taken all day. Inhale, hold, and release. Now let your breathing return to its natural rhythm. Place a hand gently over your heart. Feel the warmth and the gentle rise and fall. There is nothing you need to do or fix. Just be here for a moment. With your hand on your heart, silently and gently ask yourself this question. What do I need to hear right now? Don't search, don't force. Just ask and wait in the quiet. Listen with your whole being. Notice the very first thing that comes to mind. It might be a single word, like rest, patience, courage, a path in the woods, the face of a loved one, a splash of color, a sense of warmth, a feeling of sadness, a flicker of hope. The journey back to yourself does not happen all at once. It is not a dramatic, overnight transformation. It is a quiet, steady, and often slow process of taking one small step, and then another, and then another. It is about returning, again and again, to the practices of listening and responding. The goal is not to have the entire path mapped out before you. The goal is to find the courage and clarity to take the very next step that feels right. The path reveals itself as you walk it, not before. As you begin to follow these small signals from your soul, you will notice subtle but profound shifts in your life. Choices that once felt agonizing will begin to feel simpler. The work you do will start to feel more meaningful. You may drift toward people who resonate with your true self, and away from those who do not. You might sleep a little better. You might wake with a quiet sense of purpose. This is the evidence that you are tuning in. Sometimes the journey is challenging, and having support can make all the difference. A trusted guide can help you hear your own wisdom, hold you accountable, and encourage you when fear or doubt arise. For those who feel called to a more structured and supported path, a mentorship journey can be a powerful catalyst for growth. The Soul Resonance Alignment Journey is one such path, designed to provide simple practices, steady guidance, and a supportive community to help you find your steps and stay the course. A good mentor listens more than they talk and helps you find your answers, not theirs. But you do not need a formal program to begin. You can begin today, right now, with one small act. Return to the image of the calm lake in your mind. Stand at the water's edge and take a deep breath. Feel that quiet, gentle pull from within. You do not need to leap into the water. Just take one small step that feels true. Maybe it is 5 minutes of silence. Maybe it is writing down one question. Maybe it is saying no to something that drains you, or yes to a flicker of joy. This is how it starts. This is you, tuning in. Your soul already knows the way. Take a breath. Listen. The path will come into view.